Good time of day, guys. My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry, Ch.2 Watanagashi. Last episode, we continued through this chapter as everyone started playing a game called Sympathy, and Keiichi got fucked. He lost. Who would have thought? Not much else to say, so let's just get back into it. Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you were in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. And my throat died. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiichi! We'll take the car, so hurry up! Alright. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So, where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. 3 out of 3 or 3 out of 5? I'm confused. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I don't know how that's pronounced. Keiichi Maebara, am genuinely intrigued. Okay. The headlights of the car cut through the eerie darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. Okay. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was, shockingly, the family restaurant right by the station. Oh. Dad, that great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort, uh-oh. Well, I know what's happening. Were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. It had the air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You've never been inside, Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Okinomiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. Seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well that's fine. Chiba, Saitama. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Hahaha, Keiichi! Seems that you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? They're probably on vacation, dude. Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. Oh, wait. I'm a stupid idiot. It says Angel Mort right over there. This is the same restaurant that we were in and with Oishi and Onikakushi. How did I not notice that? It's fucking clear as day over there. It even says it on the menu. Whatever. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. Your dad's just horny. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. I mean, technically yours, but And yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. "Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal hasn't come yet." Ah, yep, there she is. Hello, Shion. Okay, what fucking voice do I want to give her? Since she's Mion's twin, like, just a higher-pitched version of Mion's voice? I guess. How would I do that? Let's just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, it's... my apologies. I'll bring it right away. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered. Okay, hold on. I thought Keiichi recognized her when they showed the scene in the anime, but I guess not. Dad, could it be this restaurant is... Aren't they great? The waitress's uniforms here, I mean. Bam! What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me! I'm your son! Listen, Keiichi, I've never come here with impure intentions. That bellinatturante and eccentric clothing, quelle fait? It is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation, haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand? That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me, even if you must condemn me. I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi! I need to take a leak. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. Okay. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said. What incredible uniforms these are. Okay, dude. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? Wait. Yeah, what should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things. That is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Okay, dude. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. My nose is starting to bleed. Okay, dude. I've said that 3 times in like the last 2 minutes. You need to chill, Keiichi. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Mion. Is that you? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion! Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out at my uncle's store. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town, and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Ooh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a god. Apparently. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, okay. No. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Is this alright, Keiichi Mayabara? I don't think you are. Aren't you taking this a little too far? I think you are. Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, Logic! To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. That part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Hey, please stop! You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. I want to take you home. No, not that! Entering a version of Rena's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you the rest for today. It seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good, I never knew. To think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's wrong. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Rena and the others. Rena will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. Interesting how they still have her name as waitress, even though, like, they're trying to pass her off as Mion, but it's not Mion. I could never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong. While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean? That's wrong? I'm not Mion. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my older sister. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion? Shion Sonozaki? Yes? I'm often mistaken for my sister. But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. That's because my sister is always talking about you, so I knew who you were. A little bit of a cringeworthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh no, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see. Well now, she's self-aware of that fact now, is she? As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Shion laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? Doesn't seem like you're used to it. Actually, today is, Keiichi is my first customer. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So, can't speak. So, you said you've worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought you would have been more used to it. Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see, makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at the store? No, my sister is, you see, she's not good with these cutesy things. I know what she's trying to say. That's right. Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. The uniform. It would never suit somebody like Mion. But for Shion, I think it works. Huh. Do you mean that, Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. What does that mean, exactly? At least for this moment, it felt like the Shion character actually existed. That's a weird way of putting it, game, but okay. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran, why did I not think it was pronounced veteran? Waitress was waving at us from across the room. Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. Oh, okay. Mion finally returned to her senses. Okay, you're still saying Mion. It seemed as if it was time for her to take her break, right? Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Kei-chan. Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Oh, this is probably the shit-eating grin I was told about. Ah, that thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? Alright, so apparently, where is this? That. Alright. Why is there just a fucking glare over her eyes? Jesus. Alright, well, I would imagine that has to be that, huh? That's like completely different. What the fuck? Alright. That devilish laugh and smile, it was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered. Blah. More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Bring it on! I'll get her before she gets me. So hold on, I'm gonna go into spoiler time for a second. Same thing as usual. When I press the menu button, you unmute if you don't want to hear it. So, mute now. So, I remember asking last episode, being like, are Keiichi, Mion, and Rena really the only 3 people of that age group at the school? Which I was told in the comments, yes, that's true. Of course, aside from Satoshi, but he's MIA. From what I remember, he's like locked in a laboratory or something, I think. I don't know. But I do think Satoshi's not supposed to be dead. Technically. I don't know. Regardless. Why does Shion not go to school then? Like, I know sometimes Mion and Shion switch places, disguise as each other, and fuck around. Because I'm pretty sure this whole chapter so far, the twin that we've seen the whole time has been Shion, not Mion. So, yeah, so that begs the question of where the fuck is Mion? Like, that's just a strange thing that I don't remember really at all. Because I don't think it's just that Shion already has the syndrome and she's imprisoned Mion. Because I know she does that, like, technically in this arc, but also in Arc 5. Whatever the name of that one is, I can't remember. So yeah, I don't know how exactly that applies. But I'm pretty sure that the answer to this whole arc is that Shion disguises herself. I mean, yeah, Shion disguises herself as Mion, like, the whole fucking time. But it appears that Mion is the one going crazy and killing everybody at the end, but it's not Mion, it's Shion. Unless it is Mion in this arc, and it's Shion in the other one, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe it's both, technically. I guess that's possible. But it's definitely not both in the other arc. Regardless, welcome back. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right. For now, I know the high and mighty Mion is a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all the things, for her to say she has a twin sister, I don't think she ever said that they're twins. I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. I mean, again, she did not say they're twins, I don't think. But it is kind of obvious. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything. But that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Keiichi, are you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi? No, so you were watching from the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's a little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to one in town. Oh, okay. I've never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school? Only about half. I forgot about that, okay. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister, something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Okay. There you go. Well, finally they introduced Shion. I thought she got introduced way earlier in this chapter, but it's still pretty early, relatively speaking, I guess. Okay, does Shion really exist? An introduction to Angel Mort. Alright. Achievement unlocked, double the fun. Nice, alright. Well, let's read these new tips. Is there really a Shion? And an introduction to Angel Mort, which is a newspaper clipping, apparently. Alright. Huh? Mion-san's family? Yeah, more broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. My curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it. I wonder. She might not. She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. Me has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example, is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but... You mean she? Shion exists. Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real.
Their names are quite similar, you know? I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mii's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times.
Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much.
I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago.
She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okinomiya.
She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother after all.
Oh, okay. She didn't live with her parents. That was a bit odd. Was there something between them?
It's a very complicated family.
From what I remember, it is.
She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances.
For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it.
Oh, Mion-san! You've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister?
Mion. Crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face, at a loss. Wonder why? I think she's looking at me.
Oh my! I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime.
Why is it that Satsuko's speaking like she's a lot more, affluent's not the word, but I don't know. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling, as if I made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. Interessante. What's the fucking word? Formal? Like, Satsuko was being a lot wordier there than is characteristic for, how old are Satsuko and Rika supposed to be? 8, 9, 10-ish, I would imagine? Everyone else is 15, 16, 17-ish, I don't know. Whatever, an introduction to Angel Mort. Mort, like the little lemur from Madagascar. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue, Complete Conquest Analysis, Family Restaurant Chapter. Very wordy name, this guy probably writes light novels. Now at last, we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of Axe Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. Okay. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a censored place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms. This guy's gross. Creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War photography hunter. Away! The smoking areas are the real superpositions? Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu. Yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat. The corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu, the hunter, he's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that star from- oh fuck. from the day before, the God of War photography did not... The God of War photography. Got it, I was reading it. God of War photography. Like, what? Did not smile upon him. Okay, yeah. After suffering successive, firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he has been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. Ryu. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag and might fossilize in there. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising though is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person, okay? What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the Shrine Maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in a booth, and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much-anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too can become a war photographer today. Great. How insightful. Most of these tips are usually relatively helpful, giving information to the readers. This one just seems like a bit that Ryukishi couldn't fit in otherwise. So, continue. Hello, Chie.
Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously.
A lazy yeah wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be a home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each one of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged.
Alright, everybody. It may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit into Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that.
That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever.
It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge.
Why does every Chie in video games that I've ever met have to like meat so much? Like, as long as you're not failing, your grade in home ec doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all. That applies to like any class, unless you're trying to go to Harvard.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry.
What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Oh, passionately so.
Yeah. It's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry.
Okay.
This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day.
Weird.
And if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored.
That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird nutritionally speaking, and... Thunk, thunk, thunk. Embedded into the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle, and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Kei-chan, shh! If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes! Saying even a little more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright?
I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Mi-chan is...
It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even, and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition.
Looks like we're all on the same page.
It's a cooking contest! I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone.
How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it?
As if saying, but wait, there's more, the teacher reappeared with the principal in tow.
The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people at the Forestry Service, so they'll be judging the results with me.
Yup, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the Forestry Service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone! Even the principal? Looking around, it seemed like the interest of everybody in the class had been piqued.
So that's what's happening. This isn't going to just be some casual curry cook-off. Rena is good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today. My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika.
That's unfair! I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking.
My curry is so tasty it'll send shivers down your spine.
What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing, but Mion continued to look unconcerned.
I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right?
I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded.
Alright, everybody. Are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start!
The call to arms has sounded. Okay. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, and fill with water to just above the wrist.
Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad.
You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff. And don't take off the lid no matter what.
Keiichi-kun, you're amazing! This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp?
My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry.
Humph. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all!
You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too?
Maybe. Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. The ends justify the means. I just have to win.
That was a pretty malicious comment for Rena. Yeah, she fucking went in. And Satoko took it hook, line, and sinker. Rena could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around.
Well now, should we move on to the curry? For now, the battle truly begins.
After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Gulp. Okay, dude.
What will today's curry taste like?
Oh, she's singing. I'm stupid. As Rena hummed along, her very well practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. That's a bit too literative, if that's a word. Literature-esque, classical for a curry cook-off. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so common practice. I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. Why can't I read today? At all? Like, at all? Like, at all? On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique.
I've practiced this technique for hundreds of years. Don't think too much about it.
She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife.
It's a snake! Roar!
Saying that, she placed a longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But, roar? Do snakes make that sound? Fair point, how did I not notice that? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be! You've gotta be kidding me! This is a trick! She's using special effects! Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire!
Here, take a look-see.
As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin.
You didn't know, Keiichi? Mi was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking! From sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto, don't know what that is, from marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do.
Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie.
She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it, though.
Damn it! I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food.
Keiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking.
Shot down before I could even say it.
Oh, too bad for you! Today, Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone.
Clank. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself.
Rika! There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you.
Rude. Gah! This does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maebara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind.
Will Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife.
Let's see what Kei-chan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then there's only one thing left to do, not mess up. Oh, hi guys. Tomita-kun! Okamura-kun! Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at the toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with 2 girls for their group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rena, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Maebara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. In other words, it depends on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of.
I'll even throw in the spoons.
Splooge. A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the two underclassmen. Great.
Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes.
Satoko, arbiter of potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph.
Whoa, amazing, amazing! Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good.
That's not quite right. What Kei-chan has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all! Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But, just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Rena. She had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Rena. She was way out of my league.
When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses a lot of ingredients. That's why Rena's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow.
I beg of you, will you please help just a little with my curry?
No. This is one of our club activities. Rena won't lose.
When she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. Apples and curry? I don't understand curry. She's like a pro at this. How about Mion? What? Mion, you... What the heck is that? Where'd you get meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house. Objection! Chie-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it?
Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes.
For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Does that make a sound? Like, is the star verbalized? Like, I understand what it kinda means, but... Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak. Rena and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And? Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Mayabara-san, over here! Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you could make. You guys? For me? Don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt, but I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Mayabara-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction for my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. What's with kids and being so frickin' like that? What kid says awaiting? It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Rena even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. Keiichi, you're pretty good. It looks like this will be a good match right to the bitter end.
Rena wants to eat Keiichi-kun's curry. Curry!
Rena's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome.
Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants.
What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Satoko's trying to trick you, I'm guessing. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot. Because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey, Rika-chan, how's yours doing?
It's Mr. Curry.
Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange, and introduced it as Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Apparently, Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier! Beam reflect! Took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Phew!
Whoa! Mayabara super electromagnetic barrier! And retaliatory beam!
Mr. Curry also absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon.
Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. Hey, Rika-chan, you called me here for a reason, right?
Yes, I called you, but I've already fulfilled my purpose.
At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled? Her purpose? They got me! Headed back to my pot, standing there, just as I feared, was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head. Alright, man, fine. That's...
What do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head.
Who cares about that? Satoko, did you make something in with my curt?
How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know.
What's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Weaving them all in these unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank. Thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, domino world record challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Keiichi! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next after that was... my pot. Crash! The fry pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment, I lost touch with reality.
Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me?
At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinarily incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Rena, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream.
What? Rena's curry is salty? Salty?
Was Rena also sabotaged? And what about Mion? My rice is salty! I've been had!
With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So very, very sad.
Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. But, wait. So Satoko put salt in Rena's and Mion's to make them taste worse. why didn't she do the same to Keiichi? To make a statement, or because it would be better with salt? Like... Alright then. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing, and gave their enthusiastic approval.
Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking.
Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion, praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Rena's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed.
Oh my! What happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it.
Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment.
I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident.
The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense.
Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done.
There was also the incident with Rena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad, but I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry, but I guess each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak.
That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots.
What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. Alright.
Kyoji, there's seconds if you want them.
Mommy! While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous.
Nobody can stand up to Rika's curry.
Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Oh, her curry's fine, isn't it? Oh! All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself, could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glace sauce and a fresh salad. It's a set! I'm gonna be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made.
Amazing, amazing!
Or did she just ditch the rice and that's it?
Mii-chan, you're amazing! Mii-chan, you're amazing!
Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry? Not even a micron of grit.
This is sublime. Truly a taste of savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Aw, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative.
Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face.
I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening! I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice!
That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment, it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why! She took your rice? At some point, my cooking canister had been opened. Its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry! Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face.
Well there, Kei-chan. You're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over.
Gah! Couldn't even properly voice my shame.
Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little.
It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that she shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It loathes me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation, I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Maibara-san. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my proteges had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. Couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest! Not until the last moment! Think, Keiichi Maibara. Think! Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. Ah! Okay. I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha! Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh? How was Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me?
Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know.
Shut up! Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care. It's salty after all.
It's okay if Rena helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now.
Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Rena, go make some tea.
He doesn't trust me.
Next, Satoko. Also, Rika-chan. I challenge you to a side bet.
But what did you say? We'll listen to your request.
This was my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat!
You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that.
No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback. Right?
that may be true, but I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay!
Alright. Alright, this transition's good enough, and I have class in like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna end this episode here. Time to do a quick-ass outro. Sorry that it's abrupt and in the middle of another scene, but whatever. That's gonna be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!